We now know tonight Armando Joseph, the man who caused the deadly Clark County school bus crash last August, will spend at least 9 years in prison.
Yeah, we were in the courtroom as the judge handed down that sentence. Eli Burgett here now. Walk us through exactly what took place this morning.
Well, it was definitely a difficult day for everyone involved this morning. Earlier this month, Armando Joseph was found guilty of causing a school bus crash that killed 11-year-old Aiden Clark. Joseph was sentenced to 9 to 13 years in state prison. And this morning, we heard final statements from the prosecution and defense. And for the first time since the deadly crash, we heard from the victim's family.
Your Honor, I would like to say that I'm sorry for what happened. It wasn't my intention to be in that position, so I would like to say to the family of the victim that I'm sorry.
Earlier this month, Haitian immigrant Armando Joseph was found guilty of first-degree involuntary manslaughter and fourth-degree vehicular homicide after causing a Northwestern school bus crash that killed 11-year-old Aiden Clark on August 22nd of last year. This morning, we heard from Aiden's family for the very first time.
Did you know that we never got to see him again? After telling him, have a great first day of school. Because of the defendant, Aiden never made it to school that day.
Mr. Joseph is the man who killed my 11-year-old brother, a son, a cousin, a friend, an athlete, and a teammate.
If there was a word in the dictionary for the amount of joy that Aiden brought into people's lives, it still wouldn't come close to describing how genuinely happy he made people by just being there.
Tomorrow, May 22nd, 2024, marks 9 months since Aiden was stolen. It takes 9 months to gradually grow and create the perfect human being, but it only took seconds to take his life away.
9 months after the deadly crash on Northwestern's first day of school and the day before the district's last, the gravity of this family's grief was not lost on the court.
I can honestly and genuinely say that I find this case to be one of the most painful, heart-wrenching, sad, and devastating.
During his final statement, Joseph expressed deep remorse for his actions, and the family of Aiden Clark says that their lives have been shattered. Back to you.
Eli, thank you. Huber Heights City Manager Richard Zick pleading not guilty to both charges against him during his arraignment earlier today. Now, he was arrested on Sunday in Mount Vernon for allegedly driving while intoxicated and driving left of center. He is due back in court on the 5th for the pretrial hearing, with trial set to begin on June 26th. A live look now at the Huber Heights City Hall, where an emergency council meeting is being held as we speak. Council members will be deliberating in executive session to discuss the discipline or dismissal of a public official. This after another emergency meeting was held just yesterday afternoon. However, yesterday the council said that they believe Zick's situation was a personal issue. We have crews inside that meeting now, and of course we will bring you the very latest on air and online.
Also, the man accused of shooting and killing his father earlier this month in Kettering pleading not guilty during his arraignment this morning. 35-year-old Justin August is facing charges of murder and felonious assault in connection to his father's death. He remains in the Montgomery County Jail on a $1 million bond. August is due back in court on June 13th.
A suspect in custody tonight after a deadly 3-vehicle crash on US 35 yesterday. Police say 50-year-old Melissa Hutchins was running from police when she hit a car, which then crossed the median, hitting a truck. The driver of the car, 35-year-old Colby Ross, died at the hospital from his injuries. The truck driver was not hurt in the crash. Hutchins is hospitalized and under guard with 3 outstanding warrants.
Hutchins has several dozen of charges that have been brought against her over a span of 30 years. They include drugs, theft, soliciting prostitution, assault on a peace officer, and multiple counts of driving under suspension. Her license was currently suspended, and she should not have been behind the wheel of that vehicle.
Now, police say suspected drugs and paraphernalia was found in the vehicle. Hutchins could face multiple charges, including aggravated vehicular homicide, failure to comply, and drug possession, among others.
Let's give you a beautiful live look from our Eco Plumber Skycam now over the Miamisburg area. I-75 there. Beautiful day to step outside. A little on the warm side, let's check in with Tim.
Yeah, definitely a warm one out there, especially in this suit, feeling a little hot this afternoon, but beautiful day, crystal clear skies right now, a few fair weather clouds, if you will, passing through the area, but temperatures across the region right now sitting in the 80s, right around 86 in the Dayton metro, and then heading down towards Springboro, also looking at 86 and then 84 as you head down towards Wilmington now. Heat index a couple degrees warmer, feels like we're right around 87. It's coming down a little bit now that we're heading into the afternoon hours, but earlier today it felt like some locations were sitting right around 90. Now the next couple of days we're looking at temperatures hanging out in the low 80s and then dropping down to right around that 80-degree mark for a few days.
Now we want to give you a live look now at the Tip City School Board meeting that's happening as we speak. We've just learned from our crews who are there in the room, 5 administrative positions are being dissolved tonight. None are teacher positions. Of course, we're going to bring you the very latest on air and online as soon as we get that. And of course, we'll have the outcome of that meeting tonight at 10 and 11. And we do have new updates now on the 2020 Arizona election case involving alleged efforts to overturn the presidential results. Adam, at the Now Desk, what happened?
So Rudy Giuliani and 10 others all pleaded not guilty to the charges of conspiring to overturn the 2020 presidential election results in Arizona. Now this comes after a grand jury handed up indictments last month. That alleged scheme included creating a slate of alternate electors from Arizona. 6 others indicted in the case set to appear next month. Now, while Trump is not among those charged in the case, the indictment suggests he is the unindicated co-conspirator 1.
Both sides rest in the criminal hush money trial against former President Trump without him taking the stand. The former president's defense has rested after calling just 2 witnesses. One was a campaign finance expert and the other was attorney Robert Costello, who analysts say may have damaged the defense's case for sparring with the judge. Court is now adjourned until next Tuesday. That means jury deliberations could begin as soon as next Wednesday.
Well, Congressman Mike Turner, members of the House Intelligence Committee, all visiting Wright Pat today for a retreat focused on working bipartisanly within the committee to address national intelligence concerns and create solutions. Now, Turner says hosting the retreat at Wright Pat helps them get a better understanding of the work being done at the base.
The understanding of what our adversaries are capable of directly informs the whole rest of Wright-Patterson Air Force Base that's on the design and engineering, the research labs that are testing, that are all looking at what we can try to find as advantage on that battlefield for tomorrow.
Now, while speaking with the congressman today, we asked him to touch on the death of the Iranian president and what it means for the U.S.
Well, Iran remains and is going to remain a destabilizing force in the Middle East, both directly and also through its proxies of Hamas and Hezbollah and the Houthis in Yemen. Certainly, our support for our allies in the area is to try to counter that. And I think as we see the conflict unfold with Hamas and Hezbollah, we're definitely seeing there's a significant role for the United States to play.
Iran's military chief has appointed a commission to investigate the cause of the helicopter crash that killed that president and several other officials.
It is Ohio Tourism Day, and as Memorial Day weekend is the unofficial start to the summer vacation season, many from around the country will be heading to the Buckeye State this summer. Tonight, Terry Sullivan digs deeper into the tourism industry here in Ohio.
It's Ohio Tourism Day, a day to celebrate the state and shine a spotlight on tourism destinations and attractions. Places like historic Roscoe Village in Coshocton. Nearly 120 Ohio-based tourism partners set up on the West Plaza of the Ohio State House.
You can circle about any place, any little area in Ohio, and wherever you go, there's a whole bunch of things to do.
Governor Mike DeWine outlined several places offering all kinds of fun activities. Places, he says, that come with a big financial benefit to the state.
There is so much to do in Ohio. It's absolutely amazing. No matter where you live, no matter where you work, within a fairly easy drive is Major League Sports, major art museums, our zoos, theater.
According to the governor's office, visitor spending in 2023 was the highest it has ever been, a record $56 billion. We also welcomed an impressive 238 million visits from Ohioans and out-of-state visitors. On top of all of that, Ohio's tourism industry supported more than 435,000 jobs.
And that was Terry Sullivan reporting. Children at Shawnee Elementary have a brand new pair of gym shoes and some new socks, all thanks to a Shoes for the Shoeless event today. It's the final in school visits as summer break begins. The organization provides kids in need with properly fitting shoes and socks in 14 Southwest Ohio counties. The organization's director said that they do it because it's a big unmet need here in the greater Dayton community.
It's a critical health need. Once you pop the hood on these shoes and you take their shoes off and you look under it, you see things that you wouldn't think that you see. Curled toes, toes over toes, damaged feet, corns, bunions. Kindergartners, preschoolers shouldn't have that. You tend to think if you see somebody with shoes on that they're good, but chances are they're either too small or too large. And so we're here to meet that need.
Ford also says it's an invisible need as most people focus on the need for food and clothing rather than proper fitting shoes.
The family of an 18-year-old who was killed just before his graduation is speaking publicly tonight why they say the police could have saved his life.
And a WNBA player has done something no athlete has done since Michael Jordan, the massive sponsorship deal she just inked.
And coming up, we'll take a look at what you can expect over the next couple days with a few chances for some showers. You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
Weather Window, presented by the National Weather Desk.
Severe storms in Nebraska yesterday brought plenty of lightning as well as hail. The threat for severe weather today stretches from Texas to the Great Lakes. After some storms this morning near Kalamazoo, this rainbow graced the skies. And several security cameras caught this fireball or very bright meteor streaking across the Montana sky last night.
Listen to Off the Radar, new episodes every Tuesday. Find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Loved ones of an 18-year-old gunned down hours after graduation. They want answers tonight. Lamont Wiggins' family says police could have saved his life. Chelsea Sick took the family's concerns to the police chief.
According to dispatch audio recorded by Rangecast, officers received a noise complaint just before 11:30 at Withrow High School.
Withrow High School, there's reports of 30 subjects playing loud music in the parking lot, possibly a party.
An officer responded.
2311, they had permission from the principal to be out there, and they said they'd be out there till 1:30.
At least 3 more noise complaints were made, the last one around 1:30. 2 hours later,
we're getting multiple calls around the Withrow High School area for shots heard.
Police say Lamont was shot and killed. His family says police should have shut down the party earlier.
A part of me feel like y'all helped take my nephew's life because y'all didn't do what you were supposed to do.
I took their concerns to Cincinnati Police Chief Teresa Thigi. She says her officers talked to people at the gathering earlier in the night.
And at that moment, it was a party. It was a youth party. There was no violence reported. It was a party. So there was no need at that moment to break it up.
A Cincinnati Public School spokesperson says there were no approved activities or events on school property that night. Chief Thigi stands by her officer's decision.
You know, if it's kids just having a good time at a party, no violence, no law breaking, what right do we have to tell them they can't do that?
And that was Chelsea Sick reporting. Moving on to weather here in the Miami Valley. It was a beautiful day out there.
Hot.
I was going to say hot.
It was hot. It wasn't too bad. The dew points weren't too terrible, so it didn't feel too hot either. But definitely a warm, sunny one. And tomorrow, not looking too bad either. You know, originally we were looking at the chance for the possibility of a few severe thunderstorms, but everything's starting to trend further to the south and east of the region. So we could still see a few widely scattered storms tomorrow, but there's some data that's even suggesting it misses us entirely. So kind of a good way to show that here is a scattered and isolated chance, that little white bar kind of indicating there's several chances throughout the next 24 to 48 hours. We could see a couple pop-up showers or storms, but the greatest chance for that is going to be to the south and east of the Dayton area. Areas to the north and west of Dayton have even less of a chance of seeing anything and look to most likely stay on the drier side with just a mix of sun and clouds, some fair weather clouds for a relatively nice day. That was the sound of our last team tornado of the year. Chief Meteorologist Natalie Walters was at Fairview Elementary today for our final presentation. Every year the weather team heads out to the schools around the Miami Valley to teach kids about severe weather safety. They learn how to find their safe spots and the difference between a watch and a warning. The kids are always great at asking questions and having fun, and we can't wait to head out next year.
The Bengals announcing a big investment toward improving Paycor Stadium. Adam back at the Now Desk. So how much is expected to be invested?
Quite a bit. The team says it's going to make a private investment of about $100 to $120 million on to upgrade the stadium. The team says projects will include fan-facing areas that include updated video and audio systems, renovations to the suites and club lounges, concession upgrades, and beautification work around the stadium. Now, the construction will run through 2026. The Bengals, by the way, kick off the regular season Sunday, September 8th at home against New England.
Basketball phenom Caitlin Clark inked a multi-year sponsorship deal with Wilson. That's the maker of WNBA's official basketball. So the only other athlete to be a brand ambassador for Wilson was Michael Jordan back in the 1980s. The signature ball will be gold and white, which you could see here, and personalized engravings of the Indiana Fever star. The initial rollout will highlight some of Clark's historic accomplishments, including breaking the all-time NCAA scoring record. And of course, we've been saying this over and over again, we are carrying 17 Fever games this season, including one tomorrow. The Indiana Fever WNBA game will air on MyTV Dayton. The Indiana Fever is tipping off against Seattle Storm. You can start watching that at 10 o'clock tomorrow night on MyTV Dayton. That is 22.3 over the air or on Spectrum Channel 24.
Alrighty, now a live shot right here of our satellite radar show. We've had a few pesky showers try to pop up this afternoon. They very typical summertime setup, and that's what we're going to see the next couple of days. Emphasize that there's storms that kind of jump up out of nowhere and then fizzle out on their own. Now the big system off to our west brings some extremely severe weather out to regions of Iowa right now with very large tornadoes on the ground. But through the rest of the night tonight, clear conditions. In the morning, we could see a few morning showers as that system that's out towards Iowa weakens, heads to the region, and a few showers, maybe a light rumble of thunder or two possible in the early morning, but we clear out nicely throughout the afternoon. We kind of destabilize a little bit for the evening hours, and there's that system moving to the south. So anything we do get from this is going to be widely scattered and essentially just kind of clip the area. And again, can't rule out one or two stronger storms, but generally speaking, it's really not looking all that eventful. Thursday looking pretty nice as we head into your afternoon, and then as we head into your morning on Friday, nice clear conditions.
Well, if you're looking for something to get you out of the house this weekend, stay tuned. We'll give you a look at the few events that you can attend next.
You're watching Dayton 24/7 now.
the Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
Well, there's tons to do this Memorial Day weekend. Nathan Edwards shows us 3 things happening in the Miami Valley.
There's tons of fun stuff happening this weekend. Starting Friday down with Passport to Metro Parks. This is happening down at Riverscape Metro Parks. A great opportunity to get the whole family out. You could even win a kid's bike or even a weekend trail horse ride. Then on Saturday, head out to the Dayton Pizza Fest at Yellow Cab Tavern. This is from 5 to 9 p.m. They're going to have 19 different food trucks offering up slices of all different styles. And then, of course, we have the celebrating Memorial Day with the Philharmonic for an exciting concert at Carillon Park's Heritage Day Festival. Make sure you head out, enjoy some music, enjoy some fun, and enjoy the community. So again, 3 big things happen this weekend. I'm sure there's a whole lot more in the Miami Valley. Get out and have a great time. Back to you.
Well, in honor of Tourism Day, the Ohio State Fair is having a flash sale for just one day only until 11:59 tonight. You can get tickets to the summer fair for just $6. It's the cheapest price of the year. Another bonus, the ticket sale includes no fees through Ticketmaster. This year's fair runs from July 24th through August 4th.
All right, now here's that hourly breakdown for you tomorrow. Now, starting off in the morning with a chance for some, again, widely scattered light showers, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder. Generally speaking, those clouds clear out through the rest of the day for a partly cloudy to a mostly cloudy day. And then here's that extended forecast. Isolated showers on Thursday and Friday as systems continue to move to the south of us, but we will have conditions suitable for a pop-up shower or two. So going to be a very similar scenario to what we've been seeing. Saturday and Sunday, we have another system heading our way, bringing us a little bit better of a chance for some heavy rain as we head into your Sunday afternoon and evening, into the overnight hours, and as we head into your Monday, we could see some pretty substantial rainfall as it moves out of the region. But yeah, maybe even over an inch of rain on Sunday. If
wow,
that's
a lot of rain.
If it may